What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we are live after a couple days of relaxation, getting my post-WrestleMania rest. I didn't have to kill myself. I knew NXT wasn't going to be a huge NXT, so I took a couple days off to recharge. Don't want to end up in the hospital. Don't want to push it too hard. So we're back after a couple days, and we are ready to pick things back up and get this thing going. And what better way than with a wrestling warm-up? Because everybody needs a good stretch. Everybody needs to get limber. And to get you ready for Smackdown, what better way, man? So here we are with your wrestling warm-up for today, Thursday, April 7th, 2016. It's actually officially April 8th for me now, so a big shout out to everybody in the chat. Chris Payne, how you feeling, Dave? Did you get some rest? I did, bro. Thank you. Christian Holbert, hey, Dave, how you doing? Joseph Blunt, Zion Smith, that's right, I have a Zion. Chris, yeah, he's up in the chat. Hang with me late night here in Germany. It's 12 midnight for both of us. Joseph Blunt, CJM Stop Motions. Hey, Dave, what's up, CJM? So I hope you guys are ready to kick this thing off. And of course, as you see in the title, and you see look, it's not a big shocker that I am an AJ Styles guy. I am a Shinsuke Nakamura guy. I like these people. And when I see something amazing, like we did on Monday Night Raw with a guy like AJ Styles, it gets me excited. It gets my head turning. But of course, seeing what we've seen out of the WWE also gives me hesitation. It gives me pause, and rightfully so. I think for most of us, we're like, oh God, this is going to end badly. In this situation, I don't think that's the case, man. I don't think this is going to end badly, but spoiler alert, I don't think he's going to win the title either. Whatever, mate, 33. Our boy looking sexy as always. I do look sexy today, man, right? You can actually see me better. New camera, looking good. I have a little zoomed in because I got to get a tripod so I can get the camera closer. But brand new camera. Finally, your boy's in high def thanks to your donations. And most importantly, really, this one is on Sal, the copious graphics guru, who decided to hook me up with this amazing new camera, Logitech C920, amazing camera, and it's a new experience. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for your constant support, and if you want to support the channel, you can do so right in the description box below and donate to the channel and help us get cool things like this that help things keep going nice and fresh and looking cool. So much appreciated. Much appreciation. But at the very least, hit the like button. Hit the motherfucking like button. But I digress. Back to what I was saying. I don't think that this situation is going to result in AJ Styles winning the title, nor do I think it needs to. I see this leading to one of two things, and both of them are potentially groundbreaking. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen SmackDown, so I have a little bit more knowledge of what's going on. Some of you Canadians already saw it. Some other people have already seen it, so it's not like this is going to be a big shock to anybody. But you're going to notice the way Roman Reigns is tonight. They're really emphasizing, and they did this on Raw, they're really emphasizing the whole I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm the guy. They're really emphasizing that, and it's interesting, man. It's really, really interesting. And I'm wondering if this is ultimately going to lead to, if not a tweener Reigns, then maybe a full-fledged heel Reigns. Now, I don't think he has to lose the title to turn heel. I mean, AJ's so over that he doesn't have to do a whole hell of a lot. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be pretty damn interesting. Now, that's one thing that I see happening. That's one potential outcome I see happening. He also could win the title. It is a very good possibility because of how over he is, but it would be a little bit strange for him to do that. But what's kind of cool about this, and Chris Payne is actually think this is weird, I feel like WWE is in a weird place right now where everyone's storylines are crossing with one another and all the feuds are intertwining. That's good stuff when things are kind of going in different directions, but everything coming together. Chris Cresta donated $3, accidentally donated €3. Hope you do something productive out of the situation rather than just feuding Styles with Reigns. I like the fact that Chris Jericho, who I'm going to talk about in a minute, is such a big catalyst, and now he looks like he's moving on to a new feud, which you'll get an inkling of that tonight, by the way. So look for that. It's subtle, but it's there. So that's going to be interesting to see. I like that everybody's our kind of conglomerate because you don't know who is going to be next for the title. You don't know who's the most important guy in all these situations, right? So as Chris Payne just said, Machine Gun and Gallows might screw AJ at Payback. See, that's what I'm thinking, and it's not just going to be them. I think if it's not going to be the situation with AJ Styles being the catalyst for Roman Reigns' heel turn, it could very well, this could all be a way for Finn Balor and the Balor Club to be coming into WWE. Now, I don't know if it'll happen at Payback, but it could, because Payback, that makes sense on some levels. Of course, they'd have to explain the backstory, but I don't think that's a big deal. And then, of course, you could actually have this Reigns AJ feud go a little bit longer to give Balor more time to either drop the belt to Joe or whatever they're going to do down there in NXT, or simply keep him as the NXT champion, but have him run the group, the faction, the Balor Club up on WWE as well. I think it's a very good possibility this could all be leading to Balor and AJ somewhere down the line, and not as far down the line as some people might think. Potentially before SummerSlam, but if not, that match is amazing setup for SummerSlam. I would love to see that. So regardless of what happens, of one of those three things happen, whether AJ Styles wins the belt, this ultimately helps the transition to tweener or heel Reigns, or the inclusion of AJ Styles and the Balor Club situation, I think that it's going to be very productive, and it's a good step forward in moving away from some of the tired ass things that we've been seeing, like the Authority and all that crap. So there are plenty of options to go with it. Now you have all these circling feuds and rivalries going on. A returning Cesaro. You have Chris Jericho, who, look, I don't think that this was an accident, man. I don't think this was an accident. I think that this whole thing with Chris Jericho, AJ Styles has been set up from the very beginning. The way that they didn't bury Jericho to AJ, which they've done with so many other wrestlers to Jericho. Jericho has simply just put so many people over and then went away. He could have done that. He could have lost to AJ, went down 3-1 in the series, and just went away. But what production do you get out of Chris Jericho by doing that? By having him beat Jericho, or beat AJ Styles, rather, at WrestleMania, you set up so many more possibilities, so many really good feud possibilities, because yes, AJ does finally get to pin him with the Styles Clash the next night on Raw to become the #1 contender, but Jericho still looks strong. He still looks huge, and he's able to then go on to an important rivalry for his next feud as well. So it keeps everybody strong. And then in the midst of all of this, you have Kevin Owens, who, I said it from the beginning, I didn't want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go at this year's WrestleMania. I thought it was too soon. I thought they had to tell a little bit more of a story between them on the main stage. Yes, we have all their NXT story. Yes, we have all their independent story. But we needed to see something that really did connect them on WWE stage. And yes, every time they punch each other in the face and do that punch thing that they do, it's great. But now, with Kevin Owens taking Sami Zayn out of the #1 contendership, you have a perfect pivot to that situation. So because of Jericho losing to AJ Styles and therefore setting up his inclusion in the the Fatal 4-Way for the title, you have, for the #1 contendership, I should say, you essentially created 3, possibly even 4 brand new rivalries. I thought it was going to be Jericho and Cesaro was going to be one feud. Based off tonight, that's not going to be the case. Jericho's going to go one way. Cesaro's probably going to go another. We'll talk about that on the review, don't worry. And then you got Zayn and Owens, and then you got AJ Styles and Roman Reigns with all this potential going on. So there's so many good things that could be happening there. It's pretty damn exciting. I mean, that's the top of your lineup. That's the top of your card. And then you have all these other guys that can be starting to work to repair the mid card. The Miz and Mission. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. I like that. I hope this gets going more. They can add Cesaro into that. I think you have options there, man. I'm pretty bejazzed about it, I gotta admit. Apollo Crews seems to be going right for a major title eventually. I don't see them doing too many low ball things with him. I mean, having him beat up some lower guys, yes. But I see him and Kalisto. If they do not take advantage of him and Kalisto, they're doing something wrong, because that is right there. That's low-hanging fruit, and that could be wonderful. Apollo Crews works really well with these super fucking fast, flippity-floppity guys. So that's going to be a great, great feud, I think, potentially. And then you have Baron Corbin just wandering around, and with his promos of the end of days is here, it does seem to be like he is going to be taking on some serious shit quickly, and I like that. Big shout out to the chat, Sleeping Angels. Hi, bud. What's going on, man? What's going on? Chris Cressa, what do you think they're going to do with Cesaro? Basically, you have a ticket to ride with Cesaro. You can do whatever you want with him. I'm not exactly sure. I think getting him in the Intercontinental Championship fairly soon, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Chris Payne, HBTW, says, would you leave Cruz, Kalisto as face versus face? Yes. There's no reason to turn one of them. Maybe if you want to turn Kalisto, but that just seems weird. Like if one of the two Lucha Dragons is going to turn, it seems like it would be Botchkara, but who knows? Chris Payne says he wants Jericho Cesaro. I don't know if you're going to get that. Joseph Blunt said something to Terry. Kyle Lord, Dave, are you going to watch the Cubs game tonight? Of course I am. I'm going to miss half the game because I'll be doing a review with you suave motherfuzzers. But yes, I will be watching it. Joseph Blunt, hate the Miz gimmick, but the belt needs a long run to make it worth something again. I agree. And with the inclusion of Maurice, I really like that combination. I like Maurice being back. She's also joining the cast of Total Divas for what I think is going to be like the last season, hopefully, since diva is no longer a fucking term. So, I like that. I like their pairing. I think he needs a manager like that. He needs just a sexy woman who, by the way, watch Maurice tonight when they get close up to her. She's aged badly. And I hate saying that because like I have it all going on my damn self, but I'm just saying she's not aged well. It's not good. Friggin' was Joe Martin. Dave, fix your lineup. You know what? I'm going to say something right now. I usually don't blast people in baseball, especially the first week, especially before the entire first week is over. This guy is catching the luckiest fucking week in history. I got 205 points, all right, which would put me, if I was facing anybody else this week, it would put me more than 20 points against the next highest score. But fucking Joe Martin, who, because he's just a Yankee homer, goes and he gets a bunch of Yankees who are starting the goddamn season off nuclear hot. He's going to talk shit to me and tell me to fix my lineup. Eat me, Joe Martin. How about that? Eat me. Okay. Kumar Jenkins, Cesaro Corbin. I like where your mind is, Kumar. Good call. I like that. Joseph Blunt, the beauty of Corbin is that you don't need to put a title on him for him to do his thing or be over. Agreed. He could just kind of be a floater for a little while and just wreak havoc and damage and destruction. Keep his promos short and sweet because they are awesome. You'll see what I mean on tonight's SmackDown. Just very good stuff. CJM Stop Motions. Do you think Taker's last match was at Mania? Apparently that's what he's telling people, but I got a feeling that will not be the case. Because if it was, I guess it didn't really matter since Shane ended up running Raw anyway, but I think you have him, put somebody over in his last match. I mean, some people might go, no, you can't do that. the greats, even at WrestleMania, put someone over in their last match, and I believe that's what he's going to do. So, no, I don't think it's his last WrestleMania, especially if he stays in the type of shape he's in right now. We'll see. Joe Martin, 3 Yankees is not being a mark. Look at Jeff. Well, Jeff is unquestionably a mark. He's a cardinal mark, no question. But yeah, 3 Yankees, especially where you drafted them, makes you a mark. Whatever, mate. Do we have any idea about when Seth is ready to come back? Some things are saying like a month. You know, I don't know if he might be back within a month. People are saying that him limping at WrestleMania was just a work. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. We'll see. Joseph Blunt, don't think so, Terry. Emma is a committed heel and Zach is over as a face. No need to turn either of them. I agree with that. Michael K. Cesaro Shinsuke. I like that idea. Chris Payne isn't Taker on the UK tour. Yes, he is. He is indeed on the UK tour, which may not mean anything for his WrestleMania match, but it does mean that he still has a lot of juice going on right now. Josh Hampton, Nakamura versus Cesaro, best of 7. That means yes, please. Chris Payne, how soon should Nakamura come up? Today. Can we bring him now? Like right now? Can we just like Photoshop him into the Smackdown that was taped on Tuesday? Just put him in there. I'm ready for him right now. And guess what? His song on iTunes, #1 in soundtracks. #1. That song is sick. Michael K. Shinsuke versus Brock Lesnar. That's what Brock liked back in the day. So good stuff there. So yeah. Hey, by the way, we are taking calls live. You got something you want to talk about, go ahead and call in on Skype, David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, or use the number 702-751-2902. And let me know what you guys got going on in your braingasms, you know? Joseph Blunt, I like the idea of Shinsuke and fucking anybody. They could have him wrestle a janitor. It would still be a great match. Agreed. Michael K. Shinsuke needs to be booked like a Japanese Brock Lesnar. In a lot of ways, he is. I mean, when Brock went over to Japan, basically the only guy that he wrestled for most of that time was Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Shinsuke went back to the States and trained with Brock Lesnar for a while. So they have a relationship, so that'd be cool. Fake ass twat, fuck your YouTube notifications right in your tight asshole. Well, how do you know it's tight, baby? Chris, good God, I love his theme. Everybody loves his theme. It's amazing. Carl Gibney, Dave coming in HD. Nice. Yeah, it is. It's pretty good stuff. Whatever, mate. For a moment, I was worried something bad happened to Dave since I was reading other things. I know, right? That's kind of the scary thing of me having an orgasm. You don't know what exactly it means because it's just my face just contorted in a weird manner, and it could mean I'm having a heart attack, a stroke. You never fucking know. But when you hear the well, that could mean a dump too. I may have shat myself. That's possible. Yeah. All depends on we got a donation. Chris donated $2. It is reported that a women's Money in the Bank ladder match is going to happen in the next couple of years. If they do it right, it could make a new women's division even more exciting, in my opinion. I don't like that idea. Mainly because I don't think that there are 7 women, 6 or 7, 8 women that I feel safe doing those type of spots. You know, I really don't. Fake ass thought Dave camera looked different. It looks farther away and it's got kind of yellow tint. No, it's got a flesh tone tint. The coloration is finally fucking right. It is farther away because it's a brand new camera. It's HD and it's wonderful. It's a fantastic. Look, this is how my skin coloration actually looks for a change. I am getting a tripod to get it closer so I'll once again be able to, just have the background. But yeah, so. Chris Payne, how much would you recommend watching Smackdown tonight? Very much. I think it's a good Smackdown. I think it's a good show. I think you'll like it. I do recommend watching it. It's a good solid 2-hour show. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. There's a lot of matches. It's not bad at all. Joseph Blunt, I've watched that Shinsuke Zayn match like 7 times. Oh, you're behind me, buddy. I'm in double digits, man. Chris Payne, I wish the women would have a 10-woman battle royal at the Royal Rumble to go on to face the women's champ at Mania. See, I like that idea far more than I like a Money in the Bank. That they can pull off without any real worry or, distress of a major injury happening. I don't like the idea of putting him in there with ladders because you're going to be expecting so much more in that case. So, I don't know. Fake ass twat HD. Now I could jerk off to your majestic beard in the best quality possible. There you go. Well, we're still running 480p on the channel, but my camera, which you just could tell, has autofocus now. If I start waving my hand around too much, it'll autofocus. I don't like that. I'm kind of with Tommy C on that. He doesn't like the autofocus either. Fake ass spot. The only reason why I'm okay with the Jizz being champ is because of Maurice. Yeah. I think Maurice adds a lot to him. I don't mind the Miz that much at times. I hate his gimmick, but I like him. I like what he does. I like when he just talks. I think he's very solid in the ring as well. So, I don't know. Chris Cressa says the WWE Supercard addiction is real. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I haven't played it in a while, though. King Shola, Dave, I have a theory. I would like your thoughts. I can see Baron Corbin going on a run, winning the U.S. title, and Cena beating him at SummerSlam. What do you think? I was happy with that until you went with Cena beating him at SummerSlam. Like, the last thing Cena needs is to be fed Baron Corbin. Like, feed me Corbin? Nah, I don't think that needs to happen. But how about him winning the belt and then beating Cena? I like that. I like that very much. DJ Piccolo 100. Everyone loves Enzo and Cass' mic skills, and they are right, too. But I think an overlooked thing is the music. It's hype. I agree, man. I agree with you 100%, man. I really do. I really do. It's badass. Let's go ahead to the phone calls. We got some callers. Let's start with 718. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's going on, Dave?
What's crack-a-lackin', man?
Isn't me, or in the next few months, or maybe even like a few weeks, Miz is going to change his gimmick, and I hope so. Cause
who?
I'm getting really Miz changing his gimmick. Probably
I don't know about changing it, but I think Maurice is going to have a bigger role, but he's still going to be the Hollywood douche.
I hope he doesn't lose the title in like either SmackDown or Raw, because I want him to hold the title for at least a long period of time. Because right now the IC title looks like a joke. Ever since
it's building now. I think having Ryder win was a good idea. It had a long run around Ambrose and Owens, so it's not like it was in the complete gutter. But I think now there is a possibility of having some of the guys that have been overlooked for so long really have some rivalries for it, and rivalries that matter. Now, what can't happen is that, like Payback, you put them on the pre-show. That can't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as long as they stay away from that, I think they'll be just fine.
All right, Dave, I have to go real quick, but I'm done. I'll call you later.
Hey, good job in your first week of fantasy. You've gotten unbelievably lucky so far. Hopefully I'll be able to catch your fucking ass because it's ridiculous.
I've been down 23 times.
What's that?
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Bye.
Joe Martin sucks. I'm just saying. Sleeping Angels, do you think they put women's championship on Mrs. Banks? All right, I want to talk about this for a second. Sasha Banks posted a controversial picture the other day that is causing all kinds of waves within fandom because she posted a picture of herself outside of a hospital with a shirt saying they hate me or something like that, right? And then her little post was, they don't want me to be the best or some shit like that. Matt J, hang out a second. I want to talk about this first. Actually, I'll bring him in. Matt J, hang out for a second, man. I'm talking about something and I want to finish my thought, okay?
All right,
hang out. So she posts this thing where she says, they don't want me to be champion or they don't want me to be the best. That's what she posted. And all these people are like, yeah, the WWE doesn't know what they got. And yeah, fuck the WWE and Sasha should, all this stuff, right? I couldn't help reading this and getting so goddamn angry, not only at the fans, but at Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is 24 years old. She's amazing. She is amazing. She also doesn't get called out on all the fucking botches she makes. Sasha Banks is incredible, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. She's not a finished product. There is still more for her to grow. There's still more for her to learn. And that WrestleMania match, go back and watch it. Becky gets hurt because of her. There are more injuries that could have happened because of her. Sasha did not have a solidly clean match. She was a big part of the reason why there were some sloppy parts into it. Go back and watch it again, and you'll see what I mean. I'm not trashing Sasha by any stretch, but this is my point. Her going out and wearing a shirt to rile up the internet crowd like that, saying they hate me and stuff, it just bugs the fuck out of me because she's getting the push. She just had the match of the night at WrestleMania with Charlotte and Becky. She's going to be around in the main event for a long time. But because they went with Natalya, all of her fans, and at her own goading, is now rallying and railing against the WWE. And I hate that. It really does bother the shit out of me because I don't think it's necessary in this case. She's 24 years old, and she's great. And she's going to be great in this division for a long time. So I don't see the need for her to rally it up. Now, guys like Damian Sandow, who have legitimately been overlooked and ignored, guys like that going to the internet and trying to get buzz for themselves. Zack Ryder, when he did it, totally get that. Totally understands, makes perfect sense to me. But Sasha Banks, who, if you listen to some people, she's had a little bit of injury problems. She's been up here. They had to get through all the crazy bad booking with PCB and all that. But since they've transitioned away, Sasha has been very much highlighted. And having the match at WrestleMania that she did, I just don't understand the they hate me type bullshit. It really bugs the fuck out of me. It really does. Because that means she's a fucking millennial. I mean, and I don't mean that because she was born close to millennium. That's not what I feel a millennium means. A millennial. Millennials to me is a title for a self-fucking-righteous, self-important fucking prick who thinks that they deserve the world just because they've proven just a tiny bit. They arrived, so give it to me. That shit bugs me. And it scares the dog shit out of me. Because I think that she is better than that. And she could be a leader of this women's division, but she can't be a crybaby. And that's just my take on it. That's just my take on it. But Matt J, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I couldn't believe Joe Martin said that ever since Owens won the IC title, it's been devalued. How dare he say that?
Well, he didn't say ever since Owens won. He just said the IC title's in the trash right now.
Yeah, because they play hot potato with it too much. I hate when they do that.
Well, that's what I'm hoping
really
for
do.
with now Owens moving on to Sami Zayn solidly, and which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited about this because they have time to build it now after WrestleMania. They got time to tell this story. Now that they're doing that, so he's kind of in this between Intercontinental and main event status. You got guys like Baron Corbin. You got guys like Apollo Crews. You got some more people that I'm sure will be coming up from NXT sooner rather than later. You have plenty of guys, Cesaro being one of them, that can fill up the mid-card and make both of these titles without having to throw a John Cena into the mix to make it relevant. You have the guys to make it more important.
Yeah. Very, very happy to hear that Sammy's not hurt. I got worried there for a second.
I thought he got hurt. I had heard he got hurt, but yeah, it's not the case. He's fine. It was story, and it's just to further the story with Kevin Owens.
I'm pretty sure they're going to build towards a match at Payback, right?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
I think they should open the show, too. That'd be one hell of an opener.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, I want to talk about this whole AJ Styles and Roman Reigns thing.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure AJ will be able to carry him to a great match, but does anybody really think that he's going to win the title?
At this point, I don't know. It seems like the WWE is panicking a little bit with this whole, they're trying to push this whole new angle where I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm just the guy. That seems like a panic move to me because that is the first major change to his gimmick, to his persona that they've made. This is the first major change. He's not acquiescing to anybody anymore. Now he's stating flat out, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm the guy. It's a really subtle way of doing it without going full healed. I think they're testing the water to see if they're going to have to. So if he continues to get bad reactions and he's not improving, and if, let's say, he can't have a good match with AJ Styles, let's say that happens, I think it's very possible he loses the belt.
Yeah, I mean, if he can't have a good match with AJ Styles, that's it. I mean, like, how can you not have a good match with probably the best wrestler in the world right now? I mean, if you can't have a good
personally,
match
I think Shinsuke Nakamura is the best wrestler in the world right this second, but AJ's really in the discussion. It's funny. Joseph Blunt, Chris Payne, they're all like, no way AJ wins the title. Ain't going to happen. Nobody thought he was going to ever even be a number one contender, let alone a number one contender in his first 4 months. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the match. I'm sure it'll be good, but I don't think he needs to win the belt, honestly.
It's funny, Joseph Blunt saying they gritted in their teeth and bared it out for the last 2 years. They ain't gonna change it now. They are changing it. You can see they're making changes to Reigns' character because of the reactions, because he's not getting over it. They have made their first major change to his persona. So that's gonna keep happening, man. It's going to be interesting.
Do you think it's possible that like they could do the match on a Raw or something, or do you think they're going to save it for Payback?
Oh, I would assume that it would be a Payback. I mean, I don't see why you give that match away. I mean, I guess you could and then have it end in shenanigans, so they have to have a rematch. Or you have like AJ pin him, and maybe they'll do like a non-title thing and AJ will pin him. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that they do it on Raw because I'm actually going to be at Raw next week. So.
Well, I don't think it'll happen next week. I think that they're going to build a little bit more of dissension or Reigns going down a darker path. I think they're going to build a little bit more to that first, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Bear donated $2. Hold on one second. Bear donated $2. They are going to they're doing a wonderful job with the IC title right now, but I can't wait to do with the U.S. title. I still think it's extremely close to worthless. Also, you're describing millennials as you would Bitchberg Boy. Man, that was very difficult to read. That was very difficult to read. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Joe Martin, what else? Or I'm sorry, Matt J. What else you got?
I wanted to ask you something because I'm pretty sure you watch SmackDown. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's not a bad show. It's not a bad show. There's some good matches, actually some really good matches. A lot of great guys in it. I think it's definitely worth watching.
I have a feeling we're going to get a tag main event that's going to end in DQ. I don't know why. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Let me think. You're half right, at the very least. But it's a good tag main event. But does it end in DQ? I can't remember. I don't think so, though. No, you know what? It doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you for the review tonight, and I will do my best to bring a Dead on Dave production sign to Raw.
Please, just hashtag copious. Just because I don't care if anybody else knows it. Dead on Dave, hashtag copious. Something like that. Or just hashtag copious. I'm fine with that. I love it. I
could probably do that. Hopefully I'm in a good spot where you could see me on TV.
Apparently there was one at WrestleMania. I never saw it, though.
I didn't see it either.
That's okay, though. I don't do this for accolades. I do it because I love it.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. All right, Matt, I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right, see you for SmackDown.
Take it easy. That's right, because we'll be live right after SmackDown. We'll be live taking your calls. Yeah. But, I don't really have much else to talk about. I kind of went to the well there. If you guys got some more, go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll talk a little bit. You also can call in on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, or use the number 702-751 2902. All that information can be found right underneath the ticker. You can also make sure you hit that goddamn like button. Why I don't get the likes of some of my other esteemed colleagues, I don't understand. What is the matter with me? Why don't people like to hit the like button for me? What the fuck? Hit the like button for me. I need it. Give me the likes. They're free. Also, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you really enjoy what you're seeing, you can go over to www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com and get yourself some merchandise like that amazing copious shirt. It's amazing. We got a bunch of other stuff there as well, all made by the one, the only, the copious graphics guru, Sal. Yeah, that's right. Also, you can donate to the channel, as some people have done during this show tonight, and you can get a little message read. Don't write a fucking paragraph, and it's hard for me to read when you do a paragraph. It's not easy. So make sure that you handle all that. It'll be great. So there you go. There you go. Fake ass twat. Hey Dave, did you watch Star Wars Rebels? If not, you should, for the simple fact that Darth G. Maul returned in it. Darth G. Maul. Okie dokie. We got a donation. Bear donated $3. Try reading that donation again, please. Davy Baby 333. I don't know what was that supposed to be. Those hearts? Oh, they're hearts. Greater than, less than 3, but it's hearts. Okay, that makes sense. So I got to go back and read it. It's not easy to read. All right, I'll read it again. Chris Cressa donated $1. Shit, donated another €1. Dave, let's meet up in June. That's when I'm done with school. Drinks are on me. I'm going to regret that. Yes, you are, and I'll take you up on that. Come on to my little town of Rudesheim, and we'll get fucked up on you. It'll be great. And we'll film that shit, and we'll put it on the channel. It'll be awesome. Oh, I'm going to get raped. This is how I get raped. This is my rape origin story. This is it. Oh, my God. Chris Cressa is going to rape me. It's going to be bad. All right. So Bear's earlier donation, he said, they're doing an absolutely wonderful job. It should be absolute wonderful job. No, absolutely works too. Absolutely wonderful job with the IC title right now. But what can they do with the US title? I still think it's extremely close to worthless. Also, your describing millennials made me think of Bitchburg Boy. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard to read. Mainly probably because I have terrible eyes. I need to be wearing glasses. I should have had glasses on and a hearing aid, believe it or not, since 2008. Bad stuff. Card, give me rest in peace, Blackjack Mulligan. You know what? I should have fucking led the show off with that. 100%. I completely forgot. Blackjack Mulligan, legitimately one of the toughest men to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. Passed away at 73 years old after a long, long battle with a whole bunch of illnesses. Of course, he's related to Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, Mike Rotunda, all that whole family. JBL owes a lot to the Blackjack clan as well. So, terrible, terrible news. I love Blackjack Mulligan. He's one of those guys. So, rest in peace, absolutely. Man, I hope that there's a heaven because I'd like to see him fight there. It'd be pretty badass. King Shola, what are your thoughts on Kalisto? I think his reign has been a disappointment so far, and he has only feuded with shitty wrestlers, in my opinion. I'd love to see Cesaro Corbin pick up the belt. I don't think that they need to go that route. I think you can go ahead and put Apollo Crews in that situation. That's what I think. Apollo Crews, Kalisto could be a hell of a rivalry. I'd love some matches at the very least. Really, really good stuff. I'd like to see that. Pittsburgh boy, Dave, how long do you see the New Day staying together? Quite a long time. Quite a long time, man. I think he'll be around. That team will be around for a while. Why not? You know, it's a good team. It's a good team. You keep them going. They're just too good. So, Bear, I think that New Day can go another year. I think you could be right. So there you go. Still taking calls on Skype. David Vancura, DAVID, and of course, number 702-751-2902. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about in the world of wrestling or some other shit. Who cares? If not, I'm going to get up out of here and probably take a nap before the Smackdown review, because I rewatched Smackdown, so I can go take a sleep. Yeah, take me a nappy nap right here in Germany. Chris Payne knew he wasn't well, but Bray and Bo missing Raw a month ago, so back just got the word after work. My girlfriend texted me and told me, "Rip, R.I.P. Mulligan, baddest son of a bitch." I agree. Mr. Blastoff, what do you think of Corbin? I love Baron Corbin. I think he is one of the most improved wrestlers over the past year that I have seen. In fact, from where he was to where he is, it's one of the greatest improvements I've seen by a big man in particular in a very long time. Very impressive. He's becoming a great heel. I like the way that he chirps. I like the way that he talks. He's just an absolute badass. He's kind of what Roman Reigns should have been, but he's bigger than Reigns, and I like that too. Bear donated $2. Forgot to ask this during the WrestleMania review, but was I the only one entertained by the social outcasts during the Battle Royal? No, they were hysterical, but nobody cared. Joe Martin, do you think Snoke is Palpatine? No, Snoke is Pelagus. Darth Plagueis. That's who he is. Or Pelagius, if you're pretentious. Joseph Blunt, I think New Day are going to be like DX, where even after they break up, they reform from time to time. Yeah, I think so too. I do believe that. I believe they will. I think that's a fair thing to think. Absolutely. Because of who they are. I don't know if they're going to be successful apart. That is a question. Are they going to be super successful apart? I don't know. It all depends on how they break up. So. Dave, you didn't answer my question about Star Wars, baby. I'm not. You called me baby and you creeped me out. Okay, so how about that? Whatever, mate. 33. Oh, come on, Dave. It's only 12:40 a.m. in Germany. A king like you can work all night. I could, but if I don't have anything to talk about, what do you want me to do? Recite the fucking alphabet in different impersonations? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G for gong, like the beginning of my entrance music. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Well, hell, son, Q, R, S, T, U, V, because I'm the baddest sumbitch in the world. Let's take another call. 650, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, Dave. Nice to see that you're feeling better now.
I am. I was beat up, man. I was beat up and tired. Let me answer a quick question in the chat before I get to you real quick. SF Boy, Dave, what happened to those gaming streams? They're coming back, bitch. What are you talking about, man? I had fucking WrestleMania. Can I focus on one thing? Now that all that shit's done, I'll be getting back to the gaming and stuff. My BattleNet's been down for 3 fucking days, or I would have already done a Hearthstone stream. But don't worry. They're coming. Don't worry. 650, what do you got for me, buddy? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Well, I'm going to talk about 2 people. Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles.
Who's the first one?
Now, what do you think of AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns? Do you think it's a good fit? Do you think AJ even has a chance to beat him? Because the way they put in Roman Reigns as this guy, like, I don't give a fuck, and I'm just going to beat you up, and that's what I'm going to do. Do you really think AJ Styles has a chance with him? Now, I do remember him at Royal Rumble, and they were the only 2 in there. And so, that's where I'm kind of like seeing the story going. But could I see AJ Styles winning over Roman? I want to, but...
I do think that there's a possibility. It really depends on how this rivalry goes. It depends on the fans. What I've noticed is that we have seen the first major change to Roman Reigns' character since his beginning. And that's this whole new thing that they're doing. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy. He's starting to walk the tween thing. And something else I noticed tonight, and you'll notice it too. I don't want to really talk about too much what happens on SmackDown. All I'm going to say is listen to Jerry Lawler. And that's going to tell you a few things. Listen to Jerry Lawler, and that'll tell you kind of where maybe the idea is going. That's all I'm going to say. And so I'm not sure. But it all depends on how this rivalry goes. I love AJ Styles. I think he should be a champion at some point. They're paying him an awful lot of money, man. If half the rumors are true about what they're paying him, then I don't see why they wouldn't fucking put the title on him. And he's over.
That's the reason why he went straight to the Royal Rumble instead of like Nakamura when going to NXT. And I think he's going to stay there for a while. He's going to, and I think that's really, really sad that Nakamura is going to stay in NXT for maybe 6 months. Maybe get that show up. Where are all the stars going? Look at what happened on Raw. Apollo Crews, Corbin, which I am super, super fucking happy. I wish he would have beat Dolph, but I'll take that. The way he.
I'll take the ass whooping. Yeah,
it's on you. And he beat the shit out of him. I was like, dude, where
yes, he
the
did.
fuck have you been? This guy is the monster. I don't even care if he doesn't win championships. I just want to see him beat people up, and he seems like he's that guy to do it.
Absolutely.
Now about Bray Wyatt, I'm just sick and tired of seeing the same old sad bullshit. Yeah. I'm a Bray Wyatt fan. I'm gonna be a Bray Wyatt. I bought his shit, and it's just like I don't know what the fuck they're doing with the League of Nations. It's just a big question mark what they want to do with Bray Wyatt. And
well,
then, I really want to know. It's put him in a tag team. Give him the fucking tag teams. I don't know. Do something productive with them. They're dropping the ball, and I think they had an opportunity at WrestleMania 31 with Undertaker, but I understand why Undertaker won. But I just don't see it. Undertaker doesn't have another 10 years to say, here, I'm the freaking the evil guy of wrestling. You need somebody else like that. You need somebody minister dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing with Bray is, he has not been nearly as over as people want to say he is. I think people kind of bored with some of his antics at times. I think some of that is creative's fault. I think a bigger portion of it is this fucking albatross that he has to lug around the rest of the Wyatt family. Because the reality is, outside of Luke Harper, who is now hurt, the rest of these guys...
And I think if you were to just put Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper as a tag team, there it is. That's all you need. You don't need Rowan. You don't need...
No, you don't need them. And the funny thing is, Rowan and Strowman could have made a great tag team. I think they still can. I think you put them together and let them go in the tag team division, actually do something on their own, and not just be the heavies of Bray Wyatt. I think you've run the course of this cult thing. Now, that being said, with what they're doing with the League of Nations, I think there's potential there. If for anything else, then at least to do something different, because the Wyatts, have been heel the entire time. League of Nations are obviously heel. So whether it's changing the Wyatts over, making them a little more face-like, or just leading this to the League of Nations being disbanded altogether, this is something interesting for the Wyatts to do. It's better than getting destroyed by The Rock and Cena, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was... Oh, my God. I had to literally turn off my TV for that. I honestly was so happy. I was thinking, The Rock versus Bray Wyatt. Next thing you know, it's only 6 seconds. And I'm just sitting there like, I just got super fucking excited, and my excitement went from 10 to 0 to hating WWE in those 6 seconds.
Well, that's all they could get him insured for. He's filming Baywatch right now, and the word is they were barely able to get him for what they got him for, because they couldn't get him insured.
No.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I guess it works.
We'll see what happens,
man. I'm really excited about Corbin. I don't know about Apollo Crews. I haven't seen much of his matches. The way he's physique, he looks good. But I'm more of a Corbin guy. I'm liking Corbin. And let's shoot for the stars. You gave him the Royal Rumble Andre the Giant, which I was like, what the fuck? That was just unexpected. I was thinking either Kane was going to take it, and then to see him do that, I was just like, all right, there you go, WWE. You're good job. Pat in the back. For you guys.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with him. I like what a lot of the influx of talent. They're putting in tonight. The Vaudevillains debut tonight. You got all this talent that's coming in, and it's fun. It's interesting, exciting. So hopefully that's going to continue, man.
I have an opinion on the team. How they had the League of Nations, the Live. What do you think is the you know how they be talking about the club coming to WWE and all this stuff? What if that's what they're shooting for, you know, to have these teams, you know, to see who's the better team out of them all?
Yeah,
Could
that's
that be a
possible.
scenario? Maybe that's, you know, like, I think that's just too much. I think tag teams are just, I don't know. I think they need to fix the United States. I think Kalisto's a great champion. Don't get me wrong. I think he deserves it, and I think they should push him for a little bit longer. But, you know, how long is that Delina the Soul really going to last? You know? Like,
well, you got to get him in there with the right guys. You got to get him in there with the right guys. That's the important thing. Kalisto needs to be in there with the right people. I think Apollo Crews. I think Apollo Crews is perfect for him. I think Apollo Crews and Kalisto could put in some really good matches together. I think that would be great. And we'll see what happens in the tag team division. The tag team division is building. It's building. You know, it's getting better. And I'm with Cass and Enzo, and now the Vaudevillains up there to add to what they already had. We got the Los Matadores being repackaged. As I guess they're just going to come back as the Colognes.
Definitely true. So, you know, who knows? It seems exciting.
Yeah. So there's some excitement coming.
Okay, well, Dave,
we'll see what happens.
No. Thank you for having me here for the second time in a row.
Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate the call.
Caught you. I was sitting here in my car waiting to go pick up my daughter, and I was like, notification came on. I was like, no way, Dave's on. No way. Finally.
Well, it's no worries, man. I appreciate the call, buddy.
Go pick up my daughter. No worries. Get some sleep, man.
All right. Well, I'll be up all night probably, but hey, I'll get some sleep after because I'm a thug, and thugs do things thuggish. So I appreciate the call, buddy. Man. Great call.
No worries, Dave. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Good stuff. All right, so I love that Joe Martin is sitting there. Dave, you remember when I picked Mark Teixeira with pick 138 and you called him 50? Well, he is old as fuck. This is how you could tell a unexperienced, or inexperienced is the correct word, inexperienced fantasy baseball player. After 4 days, 3 games, touting that Mark Teixeira is going to be able to stay healthy and stay raking for the entire year. I love it. Talk shit. I hope that you beat me this week, because then when your team goes to shit, I'm just going to laugh. I'm going to giggle my fat belly off. I'm going to lose 1,000 calories laughing. I'm going to ask you to bottle your tears as your team falls apart from age and injury. I want you to bottle your tears so I can drink it. That's more magical than unicorn piss, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drink your fucking tears. That's what I'm going to do. You know how you know? Look into my eyes. That's what's happening, okay? Okay? You can't talk shit this early, especially when you've gotten extremely lucky, because I've had a hell of a week in fantasy, and the only reason why I'm going to probably end up 0-1 is because I ran into a hot fucking team that the Yankees decided to play like God this week. Starlin Castro, my guy, you know, what the fuck. Good job. Fake ass twat. Fake ass twat, you worry me, man. You make a lot of pedophile comments, dude. You go there pretty quickly. You might want to go get talked to. You know what I'm saying? A little weird. I'm just saying. Whatever made unicorn piss. Yeah, you don't know the magic of unicorn piss? It's magical, man. Magical. So there you go. I think that we've about hit everything. Still taking calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. Of course, you use the number 702-751-2902. And we'll have a good old time. Who wants to see a picture of David Flair? Who wants to see that shit? Oh my God. This cannot be David Flair. There's no way that this is actually David Flair. I got to get to the actual picture so I can show you this shit. This is incredible. How is this David Flair? I can't. This is more jarring than my picture from my wedding to now. And that's pretty damn jarring. I'll show you that picture too. But this is apparently, allegedly, this is David goddamn Flair. Wow. That's incredible. He doesn't even look like himself. That's amazing. How could that be David Flair? What the hell happened? That's incredible. Absolutely amazing. That really bums me out. I gotta admit, man, that really bums me the F out. I have to say. It bums me out as much as this bums me out. And I don't know if everybody has seen this picture, but I'm going to show it anyway. Man, that's craziness that's David fucking Flair. Oh my God. But from what he used to look like to what he looks like now, that's almost as jarring as this. This is my wedding picture. Sheer to shit, this is my wedding picture. That is me at the age of 19 years old, man. This is 13 years ago. And that was me then. Oh my God, 2003. April 11th, 2003. This was me. I was attractive. I was good looking. I was beastly. God, was I attractive. Good. The wife's looking good back then too, but she looks the exact fucking same. It's ridiculous. She doesn't age. Me, I look older then than I do now. Now I'm all fat and I look younger. But this is me way back when. This is after I got hurt, man. This is before I got hurt. This is back before Iraq and all of that got a hold of me and messed me up. Now, wait, this is me. Actually, I'm losing weight again. I'm hoping to get back down a little bit. I'm never going to get back to this guy, but I'd like to try, man. I'd like to try. So, no, I can't put in the work. I'm in so much fucking pain. But, it's interesting. I look like I ate that fucking guy. Just like David Flair. He looks like he ate his old self. So, there you go. Sharing a little bit with you. Do you like the sharing? I always find it interesting to go through old pictures. And since this is a wrestling program, pseudo wrestling program, it's only fitting that we show the wrestling photos, right? It's only fitting. It's only right. So let's show a couple of those so you can see the progression of Fat Dave to less Fat Dave to super Fat Dave. It's nice to get the entire picture painted out. So here is 2007. This is literally days before I got hurt and had to be taken out of Iraq. This was days before my life changed. Just days before. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. It's pretty good stuff. And this is just about my favorite picture, this next one. So let's get that out there. Vince, you old man. But here's my one. This is my thing. I love this picture. Me with the game. I am the game, JR. And Shawn Michaels, the heart stopper. The showstopper. What the fuck am I doing? The heart stopper. That's more like me. I'm the heart stopper. I might have a heart attack any fucking time. So there you go. There's a couple of pictures of me. This is 2007. You can see me looking all good, hanging out with pretty chicks. Good stuff. Well, at least one pretty chick. All right, so that's enough back in the day. If I could turn back time. SF boy, what the fuck? You have a picture of Vince? Yeah. Yeah, picture with all of them, man. Randy Orton, Umaga, the whole shebang. This shirt, if you don't know this story by now, that shirt I cut off of Shawn Michaels. You can go back and find clips of 2007 Tribute to the Troops. Shawn Michaels throws that t-shirt into the crowd. You can see me catch it. You can find me wearing it. The whole thing. And then I got Triple H and Shawn Michaels to sign it. Pretty good stuff. Chris Payne, Dave, if you don't mind me asking, what happened exactly? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I was just curious with me being in the military and all. Okay, well, no, I don't mind. I've talked about it before, so I'll talk about it again, and I'll close the show out on this. I think this is a good note to close the show on. I joined the Army in 2001. I did my first deployment from Baumholder, Germany in 2003. I got hurt during that deployment. I got hurt jumping off of a goddamn 557. That's when shit started to go bad for me. I gave myself a couple hernias. Didn't know about it until I got back in 2004. Got taken off the PT, physical training field, and found out that I had hernias on both sides of my damn body. Multiple hernias on my left side, and just one again, which I had one when I was 10 on my right. This would become a reoccurring theme for the next few years, where I would, get back in shape and everything, and then find out I have another hernia, has to get it repaired, and all of this. I also tore almost every ligament in my lower half. That was another problem, and none of it ever got fixed. Nobody knew shit. Because what I didn't know when I damaged myself, when I jumped off that 557, I started a chain of nerve damage that I just could not know how bad it was going to get. Then I got deployed again in 2007. And after that, I had another hernia surgery, and I had my nerve sewed into my groin. And then it was kind of just chomped on there for a long time until now I have complete nerve damage on my left side. It's irreparable. And I ended up getting a spinal cord stimulator implanted into my spinal column in 2008. And I was medically retired from the Army in February of 2010. I've had all the surgeries that could be done. I've had done. There is no rehabbing. There is no physical therapy. There's nothing. If I can lose some weight, it'll make my life a little bit better, but even losing weight isn't going to help the nerve damage. That ship has sailed. I am irrevocably damaged, unfortunately. And so there it is. That's just about the long and short of it. There is the infamous Dead on Dave Army story. Black Belt 98 says, will you stream Smackdown? No, that's illegal. That's illegal. I don't stream Smackdown. There you go. So, this is good stuff. I don't regret my military service, even getting hurt. It's something I take great pride in. I got a lot of good stuff out of it, man. I met my wife over here. I've done some cool shit. Got to see Germany, spend the last 14 years here in Germany. So I don't have a lot of stuff to whine about when it comes into it. So, Joseph Blunt, how are you losing weight, since I imagine the injury fucks up exercise, all diet? Yeah, if I want to lose any weight at all, it's mainly through changing my diet. Right now I'm eating fish, chicken, trail mix, and some fruit. And I'm drinking water, and that's it. I'm cutting out all other sugars, unnatural sugars, all of that. And then I have to walk, and that's what I do. So that's how I live my life now. Black Belt 98, does he stream Smackdown? No, I don't. It's fucking illegal. No, I don't. Idiot Wrestling, living on pain and pain pills sucks. Yes, I was on morphine for the first 2 years that I was hurt. Almost 3 years. I was on morphine. I took myself off of it. I am not on any pain medication now. It's between my stimulator that takes care of my pain management and like Ibo and stuff like that, but I don't take anything hard anymore. I'd smoke weed if I had it. Let me tell you that, man. If I had weed, I'd be smoking it, but it's hard to get it over here in Germany. It's not an easy thing to get. They punish the fuck out of you. So, Chris Payne, thanks for sharing, Dave. I appreciate it, and thank you for your service. Hey, no, I appreciate that. I see XLT Live Podcast up in the chat. My good friend Tutal, he's here. And I believe he'll be doing his SmackDown Live reaction show when SmackDown starts. So keep an eye out for that, man. So there you go. That's about all I've got. I think I'm going to go take a little break, relax for the next couple of hours. Unless anybody else has anything else to talk about, you can call in on Skype, David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, or use the number 702-751-2902. I think everybody is properly warmed up, properly stretched. Frenchie Ben, high power energy food, spinach, mango, and nuts. D's nuts. Frenchie Ben, you fucking dirty Frenchman. You dirty Frenchman, man. Idiot Wrestling, hats off, man. I was on pain management for 4 years, being cleared for 4 years. Yeah, I was on that shit for a long time. They had me on morphine, Percocet, all kinds of stuff, and it was messing me up. I don't remember, like, 2 years of my life. I don't fucking remember. Just could not tell you. So, Joe Martin, how do you see Seth returning? Walking down the ramp. Eat it. You can't talk shit to me, Joe Martin, and ask me questions. You can eat it. Eat it and like it. Eat it and like it. All right, well, there you have it, guys. There's your wrestling warm-up for today, April 7th, 2016. Good stuff. So I hope you guys had a good time with your wrestling warm-up. Make sure you check out Smackdown. It's not that bad. I watched it. It's not a bad show at all. Some interesting developments. Some more debuts. So make sure you check that out. And I'll catch you right here directly after for your Smackdown review. And of course, make sure you go check out my boy Too Tall over at XLT Live Podcast for the live reaction show. If you're into reactions, man, go check out the best in the business. Nobody does live reactions better than Too Tall. Go check him out, man. He's the man. So there you go. Thank you guys for joining us right here on Dead on Day Productions. Let me point up at the camera so you can see it. Look at this beautiful new camera. Everything's high def now. Look, the robot in high def. Middle finger in high def. You can actually count like the fucking hairs on my finger. It's wonderful. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Day Productions. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button on the way out, folks. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.